Hello guys, welcome back. This is RandoGEEK. Alright, so in this video I want to talk about Philo TV. Alright, so Philo TV has been around for a little while now. For those of you that are not familiar with Philo TV is often compared to other cord cutting services like YouTube TV, Sling TV, and other services that are related to them. So what we're going to talk about in this video is Philo's price, which is $25 a month. We're going to talk about what channels you get. And we're going to talk about why I think Philo TV might be a good choice for someone that wants to have something similar to cable and not pay a lot of money. My thing is, I'm always looking for the best deal. Okay, I want to get the best value for the least amount of money. Now, what matters here is that I actually use the service, so I'm not just, reporting news on this, whatnot. Like, I can tell you that it's a good streaming service, especially for the price point. There's also another way to save some money, which I'll get to shortly. But what we're first going to talk about is, one of the biggest reasons to go with Philo TV is it's $25 a month off the bat. All right. They do have a 7-day free trial. However, you do have to add your credit card. So be mindful of that. So my recommendation is, I'm very sure on this, unless it's changed. But I believe you can put your credit card number in. Of course, if you're not comfortable with that, maybe you can use a prepaid card or whatever it is, however you feel comfortable. But either way, if you decided to use your credit card, you could use the service, or set it up, put your credit card in, and just cancel it, the next day. You should be able to still get your 7-day free trial. From what I recall, that's how it works. Okay, they're not going to take away the seven days. However, when your 7 days is up, you will need to pay in order to continue the service as normal. So in that time, you'll be able to experience everything that they offer, all the channels, any live channels, all of it. So for $25 a month, you get 70 plus live channels. So they actually added, believe it was 10 new channels since I signed up to it, which wasn't that long ago. Maybe about a year now, I think I've had it. So very good deal, I think, for the money. Now, it depends on what you're looking for with a streaming service. Obviously, if you're somebody that's into a lot of sports, you might want to use Fubo TV or YouTube TV. They offer the more competitive sports channels. But if you're somebody that just likes classic cable channels, Discovery Channel, HGTV, or any of those types of channels, Philo is very good for you. And it may not be something that you actually like, but maybe someone in your family who wants cable type of content, but obviously cable is very expensive, which is why everyone is cutting the cord in the first place. So you can get them or gift them something like Philo, which would be a great alternative for them. They'd be happy because they have, probably the channels they're looking for. We're going to go over that in a minute. I think, and then, it'll be also cost effective. So they'll get the cable channels that they're looking for without all the gimmicks and contracts and everything else. And it even says right here, you can cancel anytime, and you really can. You can just go in and just cancel it. That's it. Very easy. You create an account, sign in, whatever. And when you set up the account, you can use your email or phone number. Super easy. The menu, it's app style, so it doesn't look like YouTube TV's menu. I do prefer the look of YouTube TV's menu as it's more cable style, like everything's laid out more like in a nice menu, as where Philo's app is a little bit more like tile style, like this. But again, it's not bad. Okay, so as we can see here, don't break the bank, break up with cable. So there's your comparison. Philo TV compared to Spectrum, Xfinity. Obviously, the goal here is to cut the cord and get similar cable channels. So as you can see here, Spectrum is $107, no free trial. You get 125 channels versus 70, but you're also paying, like over $75 more. So a lot of money, and, out of those 55 channels, who knows if those are even channels that you care about. So that's what's very important here. Same thing with Xfinity, $123. Plus, there's going to be taxes and fees on those prices. So it'll be more like, 107 probably plus 25 for Spectrum. So probably 130 something, and probably 140, maybe even 150 with Xfinity. No free trial for either. Both have 125 channels. DVR is an extra fee for Spectrum. Xfinity gives you 20 hours. So as you can see right off the bat, the deal looks sweeter already with Philo. Let me also remind you guys, I don't get any incentives from this. I'm simply just wanted to tell you guys about it. I thought it was a good video to make for you. I figured, I like the service. Many people are cutting the cord. I also think that if, someone that wants cable, but, you don't want them to pay too much, this is a great alternative. You can gift it to them, get them, something very similar to what they're familiar with, for a lot less money. All right, so there we go. So now we're going to get down to the channel list. So these are the most popular. We're going to go to all. So as you can see here, there's a nice list of channels, like basic channels that are immediately there. So you have A&E, AccuWeather, AMC, AHC, Animal Planet, Aspire. I'm not going to go through everything because there's a lot of channels, but BBC World. So you have the things like the big news channels as well, BET TV, Country Music Television, Comedy Central, Destination America, FYI, History, HGTV. So as you can see here, all the biggest, pretty much the biggest cable channels that anyone would really care about, even VH1, MTV is on there, classic MTV is on there. You have 3 to 4 MTV channels. So that's exactly my point. So this is not sci-fi. I do want to let you know, this is the Science Channel. Just want to point that out. Some of you may be looking at it and say, oh, sci-fi is there. They don't have sci-fi just yet. Hopefully that will come. Travel Channel, I like this channel, very good. So a lot of good channels, okay, as you could see. All right, so now they've added some additional free channels as well. So there's a whole bunch of stuff here. So they have like Crackle now. They have USA Today. I think they put some horror channel on here as well. Where is it? Somewhere. Screambox. That's like all horror channel stuff. So that's cool. Retro Crush, which is a bunch of old time stuff, like old movies from like the 80s and whatnot. So a lot of good stuff, as you can see here. And then, of course, you can do some add-ons. They do give you that offer, much like Sling TV and every other streaming service. You could add on stars or whatnot for a little bit more money. But the point is, I think any of you, watching this right now that is somewhat interested will see that there's actually a pretty good amount of channels for not too much money. All right. So you can stream anywhere, anytime. All right. And then, of course, you can get all your questions or whatnot from their stuff, their forums. So you can use it on Fire TV, iOS, Roku, Samsung, whatever it is. Many, many options. All right. Apple TV. And then, of course, you could search, let's say you wanted sitcom. These are all the sitcom related channels here. All right. So like I said, $25 a month, right? Very important. If you guys are a T-Mobile customer, there's a discount code that will save you $10 additional a month on Philo service. I've done this on another video about a month ago or so because that discount was extended through T-Mobile and Philo relationship. I do not know if you're a Metro PCS, Metro by T-Mobile, not PCS, they're gone, Metro by T-Mobile customer, if you can take advantage of that as well. You could try it. But what I would do is do a quick Google search, say Philo and T-Mobile discount. It'll come up, and then you'll put in your T-Mobile phone number or whatnot. You'll probably have to sign in to T-Mobile. I think you have to sign into T-Mobile, so that's why I don't know if the Metro thing would work for you. But you can try it anyway, at least worth it. But if you do have a regular T-Mobile plan, I think any T-Mobile plan, as long as it's an official T-Mobile number, you might be able to get away with it. But either way, that's something that will knock you down now to $15 a month. So basically, you'll get everything I just showed you, right? The 70 channels for $15 a month. Now, of course, there's a whole bunch of other ways to get service, right? There's IPTV, whatnot. The problem with those is they're not reliable. You know, they go out of business overnight, you know, and sometimes, you know, whatever source they're getting those channels from, they, you know, if they're offline, you're not getting your channels, right? You got to wait for whoever's streaming it to get back up and get it back running. It's not dependable. So if you do want cable style TV, you're willing to pay a little bit of money. 70 channels isn't a ton of channels. You don't get all the movie channels and everything else. But when you compare them to, you know, other streaming services, depending on what your interest is. Okay, so that's important. If you're big on sports, Philo's not really the one for you. But if you just want cable types of channels for you or whoever may be interested in it, if you want to gift it to them, I think Philo is a very good option. Again, no incentive for me other than to make the video and just talk about it. I do use the service. I think it's actually very good. The app is very good. It's not, the menu's a little different than, like I said, YouTube TV. It's more app style. Like they're like tiles. It's actually very similar to Sling, except I think, actually you can see a little bit of it here. They do have a menu, but it's more like a thicker tile style rather than say like DirecTV or even YouTube TV. So YouTube TV copies a little bit more of like DirecTV's menu, gives you more of a cable experience, which I enjoy. But obviously, right, they gotta cut costs somewhere. So you can see it here, like big tiles type thing. Very similar to Sling TV, except I think Philo's menu is actually nicer than Sling TV. And it's just an overall better like package, I think. You know, Sling TV has too many tiers, you know, and that's how they try to, you know, I guess overcharge you. You know, they'll give you one good channel on blue, then charge you extra for orange or orange and blue. And to me, it's just kind of a ripoff. I think Philo's much better of a deal, you know, if you're looking for something like that. Obviously, YouTube TV is ultimately a very good way to go, but it's also very expensive. You know, it's over $70 a month plus tax. So, you know, for me, that's too much. Some are okay with paying that. It all depends on what you're looking for and what you're willing to pay. For those of you that are very budget conscious and you just want, you know, like I said, basic cable stuff, all the good cable channels, you're not really worried about all the sports, then Philo might be a good option for you. So that's what you have to consider. All right, so I don't really want to take too much more of your time. I pretty much said, I think, everything that I need to. If you guys are a T-Mobile customer, I'm sure many of you are that are watching, look for that code, very easy to find. And, you know, definitely don't lose out on the $10 because they definitely did extend that deal for another year. So try it out. It should work for you guys. Let me know if you were able to use the code or whatnot. But otherwise, I want to thank you guys for stopping by and watching. It's much appreciated, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.